Thank you. So I'll just get, that was a piece called Tulang Lindung, which is part of the overture to the shadow puppet play in Bali. I'll just say a few words very briefly about the instruments. So these are Balinese gender wayang, and it's a complete gamelan in itself, even though there's only 4 instruments. There are basically 2 large ones and 2 small ones. So it's a kind of a mini gamelan. Each instrument has 10 bronze keys suspended over bamboo resonators, rather like a Javanese gender. And the scale is similar to Javanese slendro, so it's an hemitonic pentatonic. Like most Balinese gamelan, the instruments are tuned in pairs, so not exactly together. So if I play one note with Paula on the equivalent, they'll sound like this. I don't know if you can hear. There are acoustic beats, so that gives it a special shimmering sound quality. The music we play as well is made up of 2 parts that interlock together. They dovetail. So there's a basic part called polos, and another part called sanksi, which means different. And they interlock in nearly every piece we'll be playing today. I'll just give you a quick example from the piece we've just played, from Tulang Lindung. So the polos, do you want to play the polos part, Paula? Just... And so while she's playing that, the sanksi will be off the beat. So when we play together, it dovetails to create a single melody, and the 2 right hands are doing a rather simple interlocking, just oscillating between 2 notes. Most of the pieces we're playing are much more complicated than that. Often there's interlocking between the 2 right hands in something they call kotekan, which just means interlocking figuration. Here's an example from a piece we'll play towards the end called Rebong, to do the polos part. So the sanksi to that goes something like this. Okay. And you can, even with that relatively simple one, there's already a lot happening there. The 2 left hands have got counter melodies, and we can make it more complicated if the polos changes slightly to do 3 notes. Okay, so the sanksi, if I add that, we'll just do it together, yeah. So even with a simple bit of kotekan interlocking, you can make more or less complicated things as you go along. And most of the pieces show this incredible variety of textures. Some have melodies more or less the same in the left hands and interlocking in the right hand. Sometimes both hands interlock, sometimes the left hand interlocks. And I should also say that we're playing a style I learnt in the village of Sukawati in South Bali, which is renowned for its complexity. My teacher, the late Iwayan Lotcheng of Sukawati, prided himself on creating very, very intricate interlocking styles. So the next piece we're going to play is called Merak Ngelo. And it's the kind of piece, it's not found inside the shadow play drama itself. You might play it beforehand. It's like a piece on its own, separate from the drama. Or you might hear it at a ceremony, because gendar is also used for a lot of life cycle rituals in Bali, and the cremation ceremonies as well. So yeah, Merak Ngelo, and you'll hear a lot of different interlocking textures in this.